The kiss of death. That's where this episode begins, where the last one ends. I told you that. If you're new here, please hit that follow button if you haven't done so already. All right, let's get back to it. The two teams that went against each other was Casey and Nicola versus Gabby and Johnny's team. And in the end, Johnny's team won. And as a result, that allowed them to have the power squad. With this power squad came great responsibility, and that responsibility was to decide who goes into a duel. So in the end, they end up choosing Kendall and Garbi again, even though they just did one last time. And then they also chose Josh and Nicola to go into the duel as well. So that means Garbi and Nicola are going against each other, and Kendall and Josh are going against each other in the duel. And to me, it's pretty fair because I personally feel like Josh needed to go up against, I would have preferred if Casey would have went, but nobody was scared of Casey. And I feel like Josh, he's always down to prove himself, and it had been a while since he had proved himself. And I feel like he was the only guy that probably in this realm could have gotten Kendall out. So I wasn't dissatisfied with the choice. I just was rooting for Josh Allie because y'all know I'm not a big Kendall fan like that. Once it was decided who was going into the duel, they had to give each person a kiss of death. So the 4 contenders that got a kiss of death was Garbi, got a kiss of death from Toby. We have Nicola, who got a kiss of death from Johnny. We have Kendall, who got a kiss of death from Gabby. And we have the final one, Josh, who got a kiss of death from Lucinda. And Lucinda was too happy, but I digress. Sydney also, she had a one-liner because afterwards everybody was really upset that they lost. And Sydney basically said that, don't worry, Johnny's going to be in Love Island season 80. Because, one thing about Sydney that I have enjoyed about her, she always has these one-liners. And I thought that one ate down. And I will say, even though this kiss of death thing was toxic AF, I was like, big up to Ty. Big up to Ty. He proved himself for not putting our girl Justine in the duel. Because he could have voted for her because Andrea was like, look, I am not putting Josh up, talking his big talk, saying that's her man. And Ty was like, me and Justine in a couple, period. It ain't happening. So, obviously, he has the boys on his side. So, Justine did not go. But for Andrea, she did not have the numbers. And Josh ended up having to go into the duel after all. I don't know if I'm the only person that noticed this. Ty was following Andrea all over the villa because he was trying to keep his eye on her. I was like, Lieutenant Ty is watching Andrea because he kind of knew she was a little bit of an op because she's Josh's girl at the end of the day. So the night is through. The next morning, everyone wakes up, and it's revealed this whole plot scheme that the producers, that Ty set up. And the kiss of death, it is revealed that they were giving it last night. The best reaction was Garbi's reaction because she said she had a Raven, Raven Simone kind of reaction to it. She was like, phew, and it all came to her. And she jumps up, it was just such a slow needing reaction because I feel so betrayed. It was the best reaction because it was such a, you can literally see it all coming to realization to her. But everybody else was also revealed who kissed them. Kendall was like, oh, that's snaky, man. Josh was like, it is what it is. He knew his time was coming up because the click is clicking. That Three Musketeers crew, Johnny, Toby, and Ty, that crew is just too tight. They're going to have to break that up very soon. To be honest, I would have rather see Casey go into the duel so he can prove himself. But I'm sure Gabby probably saved him. They are friends at the end of the day and exes. And then I think Garbi and Nicola, I feel like that was a good match. But I would have maybe liked to see Lucinda go in too. But, those are her boys. So she got the male alliances on lock. Plus, we are wrapping up right now because we are already on episode 14, which is what we're recapping now. And season 1 had 19 episodes, so we're basically there. So by either Sunday or at least the end of next week, we will have the results of our finalists. This is almost wrapping up. So because the games to me are about to get really crazy and intense, like we have to put in the players that we really want to get rid of. So I'm not surprised that the boys put up Kendall and Josh, because if you have that split between the boys, on that other side, the strongest boy are those two. I mean, Isaiah, he and Casey, I'm sure all three of the other boys, you know, Josh and Toby and Tyreek, feel like they can probably beat Isaiah. But Josh is a wild card, and also Kendall has proven himself as a wild card as well. And so after the results of the Kiss of Death is revealed, the boys are kind of upset and they want like an explanation. And so Isaiah's trying to be the diplomat here and kind of says what I said. Like, at the end of the day, who wants to go against you, Josh? Like, no, I don't want to go against you. I will, but I don't want to. So at the end of the day, we have to think strategically, because this is a game after all. The boys, though, Johnny, Ty, and the Three Musketeers, they're upset that Isaiah is having this conversation with him. They're like, pick sides. Remember I told you they're like in that Guido mentality right now. Like, they're locked into the game. They're not playing. Like, you siding with the family or you over there. You in or you out. Josh is having a deep heart-to-heart with Andrea, because he's like, look, do you even want me here? Like, is it even worth it fighting? Even though this is like just a romance kind of moment for him, because he's like in the game, but he really likes this girl. Like, it's crazy. And so he's like, you want me here? Like, or basically I think trying to gauge, like, have you sided with them? Because remember, Andrea and Toby had that thing. So at the end of the day, if Josh goes home, she still has the opportunity to be with Toby, because Toby would probably drop Sydney like a bad habit if he has the opportunity to be with Andrea. But obviously Andrea's heart is still with Josh. So she basically, like, you know, doubles down and assures him that I'm with you, you're my guy, I want you to be here. And he's like, say less. So it was at this point that I'm rooting for Josh now. I mean, I was already, because I don't want Kendall, but I'm really rooting for Josh now. Like, I was like, okay, I want him to stay because I'm a lover girl myself, and I'm rooting for Andrea. So yeah. So now the duel is about to begin. Ariana asks Josh, how do you feel? And he's like, you know, Isaiah's playing the middle. I didn't split the game, but the game is split, so I'm not surprised I'm here. It's time to lock in. And Ariana's like, yeah, I do see that you guys over there are a little clique. Are you guys the Three Musketeers? And I thought it was so funny because they pan to the Three Musketeers. And I think Johnny or somebody goes, oh, no, we're not the Three Musketeers because we have Isaiah. I say, look at them like, I think the heck not. Sorry. So as you guys know, there was a mishap during the duel. I'm just going to get to the point. Nicola is eliminated because of medical reasons. She was hit in the head with a medicine ball by Garbi in the challenge. It obviously was an accident. People are attacking Garbi online, which is disgusting. They're saying, you know, a lot of racial epithets, which just makes it even more sad, because we can see Garbi's heart, and she's not that type of girl. She didn't intentionally do that to Nicola, and I think with the spirit that Nicola has, she wouldn't even want us to treat Garbi that way. Mistakes happen. So unfortunately for both parties now, they're having kind of like backlash from Love Island. Nicola, in a sense of production, didn't allow her to say, she lost her time, and Garbi, in a sense, she doesn't deserve to be there. So for both people, I do feel bad that that's the way it ended for Nicola, and this is the edit now that Garbi is getting and being ousted by the fans, essentially. Up next is Kendall and Josh. Let's get to the point. Josh wins, but it was a really good battle. Like, Kendall, he put his heart on the floor. And as you guys know, I'm not a big fan of Kendall, but I don't dislike him at the end of the day. He's just a person that is just like that annoying brother, like I always mention. And I was kind of happy for him to go home. Like, it was time. He's done what he had to do. It was a really sad, bittersweet kind of thing, because he really put in his best effort. It even looked like Ariana was crying, but she knows him well, so I can only imagine like how she feels about, you know, Kendall and that particular cast, season 6, because that was like one of her first casts. Him and Garbi were really strong players, really good team together, and I wish Kendall the best. If you guys enjoyed this recap, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your girl, Nico Nicole, and this is Give This Girl a Mic. If you haven't already, hit that follow button above if you're watching here on TikTok. I can tell Ariana really liked Kendall, because she didn't say, you are dumped. You got 30 minutes. She do that when she don't like you. But if she like you, she says, say your goodbyes, and you're going to go home now. Your experience is over.